Good morning. Good morning. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Sorry It's True podcast. It's your boy ARP. Shout out to the whole chat, the members and the mods on the way in. Here we are, 7:30 in the morning. I see y'all in the chat last couple of days, like ARP. From now on, that's how you drive type shit. Y'all like the morning streams, the morning podcast. I get it. I know we left it for a couple weeks and we were doing only afternoons. Afternoons ain't going nowhere, but I do understand that some people got the podcast the way we built it up almost the entire year. It's like a part of like coffee and morning routine. So I will be doing more morning podcasts. I just don't want to come out anymore and say this is exactly the time, because the moment I deviate from that, y'all gonna get on my heels like the fuck ARP. So yes, keep an eye out, keep your notifications on, keep an eye on Twitter and Instagram and all that type of stuff. We still are here daily, right? We know the rules, right? But there will be more morning streams, but the afternoons ain't going nowhere. Okay, my schedule is just crazy, man. My schedule is crazy. I'm doing my best. I'm here every day. What boy do you want from? All right, type shit. So anyway, shout out to everybody on the way in. Speaking about everybody on the way in and the whole movement over here, we're gonna start like this because we do have some real good topics today. We got some battle rap today. We got to go to the courts. We got to look at some telling people. We got to look at some olive branching, and then we'll get into the main topic that y'all see in the title. Of course, Maino and Troy Ave finally face off after years of beef. We're going to talk about their beef. We're going to pull up some reminders. We're going to talk about whether it was really that, should have ever been that, or do you guys feel awkward about how they cross paths? The video that's going around, and we're going to watch the video for anybody that wished it or missed it as well. It's real short, real small clip. Somebody was tucking it away because it took place at the Canelo versus Bud Crawford fight. It's just surfacing now. We'll get to all of that. But let's start off here with the Sorry It's True podcast. As far as, man, chat, members, mods, checks and balances, man, we must send out a huge thank you. This is my Instagram people. Follow your boy ITSARP. So Quarter Lab cooked me up this graphic and texted to me yesterday, and even I didn't, foresee these numbers. The biggest one for me, of course, is that top one. But for Rare Breed ENT's channel in 2025, this was the stats that they sent me. And once again, big salute and shout out to Quarter Lab. Those are my partners over there. You know what I'm saying? Always help me with the channel. I am within the Quarter Lab network. I promote Quarter Lab. I speak with people about joining Quarter Lab. The last time I spoke with people about joining Quarter Lab was probably like a week and a half ago. I was on the phone with Oskino, and we was talking about YouTube and ways to make money and all this type of stuff. And I was like, man, let me patch you over there with Quarter Lab. He had a conversation with them. So shout out to O. But Quarter Lab, man, great year for us, right? Great year for the channel. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the help. And before I go to that top line, total shares, 32,000 shares. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to everybody that tunes in. You even got people that watch replays. However you consume the content over here, I appreciate you. Keep sharing the content. Use this content for your arguments. What do you mean he's wrong? Look, ARP's opinion broke it down great. Like, here it is. So that's where I think people sometimes like to share shit. That's what I do. I share shit even way more when I'm using content to argue. So keep sharing. I appreciate that. The likes, we got to keep the likes going, man. If we can get the likes to 30% of the views, boy, it would be a new day over here on this channel. I would go full-time streamer for y'all probably. If the likes was 30% of the views, YouTube would algorithmically, if I'm saying that correctly, treat things even higher in 2026. So remember that, people. Remember that. What else do we got here? Total new subs, 10,000. I'm very, very, very humbled and honored to have 10,000 subscribers. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do it right now. Of what percentage of YouTube channels that exist in total have 5,000 subs? I remember seeing a crazy number that blew my mind a couple years ago. Let me see if anything has changed. Okay. There isn't any official public data, blah, 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 blah. Hold on. About 90% of channels, about 90% of channels have fewer than 1,000 subscribers. About 97% of channels have fewer than 10,000 subscribers. So our channel, our movement people over the last 10 plus years, shit, like 12 plus years. So I've been retired for like 2 years, right? So I did RBE for 10 years. Might be like 13 years on the channel. I forget. But to think we are now marching towards the next pinnacle, which is 500,000 subscribers. Beautiful landmark. And YouTube, you guys suck for not doing a plaque at 500,000. You guys make us wait until we get to 1,000,000 after we cross 100. Jesus Christ. You only got 3% of people that even make it to 10. YouTube, like, you got to give us a plaque for 500. But that's what we're marching towards right now, 500,000 subscribers. So to see only 3% of channels that are on YouTube even make it to 10,000, we put up 10,000 this year from podcasting. Okay. There hasn't been any RBE content like that. Now, of course, I cover battle rap, but I'm glad to see that from a support standpoint and from the fan engagement, that we still retain a lot of battle rap support over here, because they're like, he's a great source of information or opinions or takes or jewels or experience or whatever for battle rap, or predictions or support or interviews or promote whatever, you know. So I appreciate how we've carved that out and maintain that in the channel, because some platforms, if they stop uploading when it comes to battle rap, they can have 1,000,000 subscribers, but you'll still see they upload like 1,000 view videos. That's because the channel has gone so dormant for that type of content. And then when you talk about the Sorry is True standpoint, you guys let me expand. You guys let me be me. You guys let me cover the type of stuff that I wanted to start covering. You guys let me step further and further outside of battle rap. Look at the title right now. It says Maino and Troy Ave finally. So I gotta really send y'all a big, big, big appreciation for that. You know what I'm saying? That's really, really y'all helping the boy out. And Jay with the new default picture. I'm gonna slide in them DMs if you keep it up. Look at this pretty ass default picture Jay got up. Our beautiful member in mod says, I'm proud of you. Thank you, Jay. Let me stay focused on the default for a second, though. All right, let me chill. Anybody, he be flirting with a lot of the members too much over there. Nah, I'm chilling. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. All jokes aside, even though that default comment wasn't a joke at all. Stop, ARP, stop. Leave her alone. Stop. So total subs 10,000, incredible. Let me come to that top line. Total views 8.8 million in 2025. That shocked me. When I got that text yesterday from Quarter Lab, I said 8.8 million. The fuck? How? Now, one thing about the Sorry is True podcast, it also maintains the activity of the overall channel. It keeps the overall channel in the algorithms, so to speak. Even some of the battle rap content that I cover, it keeps energy around RBE battles and content as well. Okay, so I really, really appreciate that the channel remains a strong piece there. It's very active, obviously, for 8.8 million views, and people still say, hey, let me go check out that Cassidy and Hitman face-off. Let me go watch that Daylight versus King Los. Let me go watch that Ill Will versus Calico. You know what I haven't seen in a while? Daylight versus Oops. Let me see if it still triggers my fucking tears in the third round. You know, that's so dope. And then, of course, we have so much things that happen during the year that could be related directly or indirectly to our library, because it's 10 plus years of content and history in the RBE legacy. And then when you add on the viewership of the Sorry is True podcast, you know, the shorts, the clips, the full streams, the replays, all of that, it adds up, man. It adds up. And you go a whole year like that, and you turn around, you look at the channel, you say 8.8 million views. Damn. That's a lot, people. That's a lot, man. And I see the engagement. I'll close it out like this. I see that engagement for myself even outside. You know, I've gained a pretty significant reputation from RBE, but I think it was, like I said, like last year. Yeah, it was last year or early this year. I started meeting people in the street, supporters in the street that didn't know me from RBE, but only knew me from the podcast. That shocked me. I was just like, wait, what? We're not about to talk about RBE. Like, RBE, what's that? I salute for you on your podcast. I watch you every morning. I was like, oh shit, you don't know what RBE is? Okay, it's all good. So it's dope, man. It's dope. And you guys really are the foundation of all of it. So this was important for me to bring up for the first 10 minutes of today's stream. Once again, shout out to Quarter Lab, shout out to Checks and Balances, shout out to the chat, shout out to the members, shout out to the mods, shout out to everybody that even casually passes through every once in a while. Y'all are the reason behind those numbers. Appreciate y'all. Okay. Don't laugh. Don't laugh at this. Try not to laugh at this. It's not supposed to be funny. We're going to do one clip to cover sports today. And it's some asshole ARP shit. Damn, I didn't mean that ball. Let me change the word. You guys will understand in a second. It's some ARP being a jerk shit. Damn, I didn't mean to say that. Jay's going to clip me. So, shout out to the Knicks for finally winning something. That is a shot, because even though I'm in New York, I don't give a fuck about the Knicks. Fuck the Knicks. Yeah, I said all my boys know that about me. I troll the Knicks. If my boys see me wearing Knicks like apparel, they know I'm trolling. I don't give a fuck about the Knicks. Fuck them. All right. But they finally won something. I think it would have been cool to see Wemby, catch this type of accolade underneath his resume early on, because he's one of the monsters in the league right now. But Jalen Brunson deserves what he deserves. But I think you guys know what I'm about to play. Why is this viral? What the fuck are you doing? And this is why people just like, yo, you men hang around each other all year long on the road and whatnot, in these locker rooms and these shower situations. Do you guys come into the league like this? Do you guys develop this funny type of shit going on being in the league? Like, why is this there's a billion cameras? If this is what floats your boat, who am I to judge? But there's a billion cameras on. So is this you as a man, or is this a joke? If it's you as a man, yo, calm yourself the fuck down. There's a place for everything, man. Just wait until you get in privacy and make your moves. So whatever, if that's your thing. If this is a joke, it's the worst type of joke. You're in the middle of hoisting up the trophy. You got HD, ESPN, CBS, ABC, whatever, fucking cameras on you, the whole stadium cameras. What are you doing? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? This nigga's sick. The camera was smart enough to go off of it right here, as you see. The main camera is smart enough to loop off of the moment for a second to see when Jalen Brunson turns around, like, yo, what the fuck? So in case he turned around and slapped fire out of this nigga or stole the shit out of him and put him to sleep, they circled off us. The cameraman was smart, like, whoa, what the fuck is that? And they go back. I'm not even we're not replaying that. Then the nigga he went like this, dog. He went like this. What the fuck was he doing? You're labeled for life in the NBA. And we've seen some of y'all do stuff like that. What's the one where dude is sitting down on a bench, and while he sits down, he reaches. I forgot who did that shit. A lot of y'all did some funny shit, man. When Dennis Rodman did his antics, we weren't shocked. Dennis Rodman, didn't he like marry himself? Wore the whole bride's gown and all that type of shit. He wore makeup, the way he did his hair, the way he acted. And Dennis Rodman didn't shock nobody. Like Dennis Rodman was early with all that type of stuff. If Dennis Rodman was young in this era, he would love it, because things are way more calm and acceptable in today's society, where you don't get the bashing, for lack of better words. It's like it's way more protection in today's world. He obviously didn't give a shit back then, but Jesus, I'll leave it alone. And respectfully, you on the same team as Carl Anthony Towns. And he's got a lot of viral videos around his. Leave it there. All right, let's get into some bullshit. Let's get into some bullshit. We still warming up, people. And I'm literally warming up. I'm cold as shit right now. I'm literally warming up. Literally warming up. Queso's Pops. Is there a difference between snitching and telling? Y'all gonna have to let me know. Let me know. I might could learn something new today.
I snitched. I told. It's a goddamn difference. You know? Yeah, I told. I got up on the stand. I told. I'm owning up to that. But they got to look at the whole broad situation. Like, I snitched. I told. It's a goddamn difference. You know? Yeah, I told. I got up on the stand. I told. I'm owning up to that. But they got to look at the whole broad situation. Like, I snitched.
What's the difference? What's the difference? I didn't know that there was a difference. Are we gonna watch this guy try to, collect bags with these interviews now because he needs the money? And are you also gonna have the nerve to not just speak on what they all got you there for in the first place, which is the trial and telling on your son? But are you gonna have the nerve to even go as far as to offend everybody else that's still outside by justifying it or making up shit? Changing the rules. It's one thing to push a goalpost. This man is switching sports. It's one thing to say, listen, what I said in court, I'm going to say on these cameras. Like, I really did what I did because of my health. I'm 60 plus years old. I got these younger kids that I want to be there in their life. I want to try to do it right this time. Like, you was better off just standing on that. Street niggas ain't going, because you used to be a street nigga as well. Street niggas ain't going. You know what I'm saying? But you was better off saying that. So now to come out and tell these stories about how you used to have cops on the payroll, how you used to sell niggas work, and then you have the cops, they would rob the niggas that you sold the work to and then come back and give it to you. And you're going to be giving your street stories and then have the nerve on top of that to justify and even change the definition of what you did as far as like, I didn't snitch, I told. I didn't slap him, I hit him. Try to tell somebody that. See how far I get you. I didn't slap him, I hit the nigga. What kind of world do we live in, B? Yo, shit is insane, man. Shit is fucking insane. But I want to come back to Jay real quick as well. Says blue room, baby. She keeps it blue, not just in general, but also with the defaults. Marquise Burgess 1886 says your integrity is the best part of your content. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. What I do think that you guys are able to see is I will repeat till my grave. I'm not perfect. I'm no angel, but it's the attempt. It's the attempt. Like if I come up here and I dead serious try to tell y'all that my hat is purple, like you got some of these niggas that stream that do that, metaphorically speaking, like clown type shit. But I try to keep integrity. So even if my eyes don't see full green here, I'm going to try to level with you guys to a degree, right? So that's part of maintaining integrity as much as possible. So God the Brand says, it's been a minute. Definitely one of the best platforms on my drive to work. Appreciate your work ethic. Thank you, G. I appreciate it. And shout out to you for your work ethic on your way into work, right? So that's a double there. That's a double there. But yeah, your boy Queso's Pops out here still bugging the fuck out. Let's leave him alone. I didn't want to give him more than 3 fucking minutes anyway, to be honest. Not for that. Yes, it's official. I needed to see this. I needed to see this. All right. Diddy Drewski and Odell Beckham Jr. lawsuit dismissed. Plaintiff couldn't find a lawyer to take the case. This is on TMZ. I don't need to read the article. I don't want to read the article. I was pissed off long time ago at this lawsuit once Drewski's side came out. That's it. Okay. This 1-800 Busby shit that kicked off The whole avalanche on, oh, he's a billionaire, ain't he? It's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn. It's my Cassie got something. Let me get something. Boo, 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 boo. Motherfuckers had a 800 number out on this guy Diddy B. Insane. But it's opportunist. Suing people is absolutely a job in this world. Suing people is absolutely a hustle in this world. I want to stay away from all of you clowns, all you suckers, all you bums, all you leeches, all you rats and snitches. I want to stay away from all of you as much as possible. But some of y'all are going to run across situations like this, unfortunately. So Diddy, he's no angel, right? I don't fuck with the guy. But these particular charges looked wild. Remember when we read this paperwork? Shit read like a movie scene. It was disgusting what some people were putting out there. Then you got Drewski dragged in. You got Odell Beckham dragged in. Now, I didn't hear too much from Diddy at the time, his side legally, because he had bigger fish to fry. He was still, in the midst of heading towards the whole RICO trial. Odell Beckham, other than his initial statement, I don't remember hearing too much from him either. I think he's been kind of quiet. Drewski came out. Not only did he address it and shun and shut down, matter of fact, the allegations, but he came with receipts. He came with receipts saying, wait, y'all saying this I don't remember the city, but y'all saying this took place in New York? What date? April 17th, New York? Okay, here's a receipt to show April 17th. I was in Florida. You want to keep going? Oh, he did this and he did. I even got ATM and bank transactions showing my activity. I got call records showing my activity of where I was. As a matter of fact, I wasn't even Drewski at the time of these claims. You guys tried to put me in a room with some woman like I did something with Diddy, the billionaire, and Odell Beckham, who's already on top of the world as well at that time in the sports world. And you guys are going to say Drewski in this time of my life when I didn't have a dollar to my name. I wasn't a celebrity yet. I could show you my bank statements as well. I had $4 in my account. What are we doing here? And that's the type of shit where I just really wish. I wish that people couldn't come with these type of suits and these type of accusations. And then the only thing that you could possibly face is like a dismissal with prejudice where everything goes away, or you got to spend more money and court cycles and legal fees to countersue. I would love for there to be a law that could be passed that if this shit is deemed a certain level of frivolous or fake, you are in trouble. And it don't got to be about money. It ain't like, yo, you put this bullshit. Look at the receipts that Drewski just pulled. You dragged him into court for this. He doesn't have to sue you civilly over his reputation. The courts have a problem with you. The courts have a problem with you. So now we're going to exact some type of punishment. How about you owe us a fine? How about you owe us some time in jail, in prison behind this shit? It's deserving for this fake, fraudulent bullshit. But then again, could they ever really do that? Because the court systems is a business within itself. Look at all the people that get paid when people go to court. Look at all the people that get paid. Lawyers, public attorneys, judges, prosecutors. These people have these careers. Everybody gets paid. Even though we're sitting here listening to some bullshit, people are getting paid. They say, you want me to open up the topic and go into the prison system being a business? Nah, we'll save it for another day. Shit run deep, though. So I'd probably never get my wish because business is business. But all right, let's now move on to some hip hop before I get to battle rap. Let's move on to hip hop. What do we got up here? We got all these AT aliens, olive branching each other, apologizing to each other, trying to get back on the same page. Let's get back to this movement. We don't like the way the radio airwaves is looking right now. Some of us ain't on the Billboard's top 100 right now. No, I'm just joking. I ain't trying to water it down. I'm just joking. 21 Savage apologizes to Future after seemingly sneak dissing on X and after Drake collab. Okay. So you got Future here at the top says, bigger than the net, us. Future then also says, at 21 Savage, you my little brother for infinity, us 6. Okay. 21 Savage replies, At Future, I apologize, my brother. I should have called you first. Us. Okay. All right. That's honorable. It's honorable. Based on the context that we have, related to the features and it's alleged sneak disses or whatever. Okay. Then we have 21 Savage. The biggest change all time. Well, you know what? Let me come to this one instead. Let me come to this post so we can see these people. I want to see y'all. Let's go to this one. All right. 21 Savage at Gunner at Young Thug. Y'all niggas fix that shit. Y'all love each other. Other nigga you knew Gunner wasn't no gangster when he told the first time and we swept it under the rug for you. He wasn't trying to leave you to hang, nigga. Fuck the streets. We ain't get shit but trauma from that shit. There's more, but let me stay there for a second. I don't fuck with this tweet too much. And I'll tell you why. And as I'm thinking about this, there's another joint that I found that I'm going to have to bring up. Let me pull it up. Let me load it up on the side. Let me just find this real quick because we're going to have to go here too. It's going to be related to this topic. Yep. Found it. Done. Boom. Got y'all. Okay. I'm going to tell y'all the reason why I'm not big on this tweet. It's once again, it's what you present versus what you do when the fire is really on. I'll see my tweets. I'll be like, man, so much easier being a square. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I've said it before, especially given where I'm at in life. I don't want to be fighting nobody. I don't want to hunt nobody. I want nobody hunting me. I don't want to be into it nobody. I don't want no beef with nobody. None of that. It's not worth it. Somebody gonna get hurt. Somebody gonna lose their life. I'm on some other shit. I pray everybody else is as well. I'm cool. I'm cool. If I was doing these streams every day, on some gangster, I'm the street nigga, whatever, boom, 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 boom. Even if somebody tweet me, ARP, you's a bitch. You guys would be sending me. You guys would be like, ARP, if you not knocking on that nigga door by 8 p.m. tonight, you's a fraud. And maybe I really am about all that shit that I would be saying. Maybe I really am trying to go find this nigga and knock on this nigga door at 8 p.m. tonight. Same day. I don't give a fuck if it's states away. I'm over there. Green light, go. Lil Durk and all that. But if nothing happens, you know what I'm saying? It's what you carry and it's what you show. It's just like, wait, you a gangster, you a whole street nigga. You did what? When you look opposite from it, it's worse. It's crazy. And y'all show this super street nigga shit, this super gangster shit. And y'all be doing gangster shit too. I tell y'all before, I think Young Thug was done a lot of street shit. A lot of street shit. Think he's a real street nigga. I ain't taking that from Thug. But you don't get to different points and change your core morals. It's cool to evolve. It's one thing to say, yo, I ain't on some old trying to beef with everybody that says fuck me anymore. I did that when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I put belt to ass plenty of times. I don't need to prove that to the world anymore. I'm cool. I don't need to do that. It's just the moral though, like the big thing, like things like ratting and snitching. It's so morally fucked up to be a rat because if you're involved in something or you partake in something and then you switch, it's like it's not just the legal thing, like, oh, you got somebody time. Morally, it's like one of the worst things to show because it's a part of your DNA for many other situations. For men, like you will not stand by me when I'm at my time of need because you have these other tendencies, you know. So you guys knew what he did in the past. You're saying, okay, you swept it under the rug, gangsters. You swept it under the rug. Now you're telling the world, whether you know it or not, that you've harbored rats. Respectfully, you've harbored them knowing behind everybody's back. Meanwhile, you're on camera, you're on interviews, you're in your music. It's fuck all these rats. And we're all buying into it. We're all saying, yeah, we ride with you. You're right. You're right. We with you. We with you. We with you. But you knowingly got this going on. That's the first part. I'm just like, 21, do you realize what you're saying? The other part of it, outside of like morally of harboring rats, if you's a whole street nigga, is I don't like how this looks so much that if Gunna came out and he wasn't being successful, if the whole world saw that video of Yes, Yes Man and they didn't fuck with him and they threw him to the wolves, this shit wouldn't be happening. You guys wouldn't be missing Gunna and saying, yo, I don't think he really tried to hurt you, twin. Let's patch this shit up. You wouldn't give a fuck about him. But it's like a fight. It's like a fight. It's just like I really wish Gunna failed, but he didn't. So he's actually beneficial for y'all right now. Very beneficial. Go back to that Jay-Z concept again. When y'all both got money, that's when you'll see who's who for real. When y'all both got it and there's no dependencies. So y'all both got it. There's not supposed to be a dependency, not supposed to be, but you're showing me who you are. You're showing me like, man, like because you are still that and still there. I want to fix this. I don't think this is some brotherly love shit because you guys should have had that opportunity to evaluate how much you love this guy the first time that you're saying and the second time that we all saw. You made your decisions. And I think Gunna is wrong for what he did. It's my personal opinion, respectfully. So just stand there, 21 and Thug. Just stand there. We labeled him a rat. Fuck all it is. Woody a rat, Gunna a rat, Slug a rat. Oh, that nigga Osama. We still about baby. Even in your after you got out of jail and you dropped your first video, you still in there calling Gunna a rat. Just stand there. It's too big. It's not like, yo, I thought you were I am my girl. Come to realize the way she did me with some other nigga, she's really a piece of shit chick. I took it out on you. I thought I couldn't trust my brother. It's really this chick. Let's patch this up. This ain't that. Ratting and snitching is a different level, especially for a street nigga, as far as how you are supposed to say, I fuck with you or I don't. I have one of my closest friends ever from the fucking sandbox. I can never fuck with him again because something he did partook with a child. That's my morals. He might be watching this right now. In his mind might be thinking to himself like, I miss this nigga ARP, but we can never get back together because you did something that involved a child. And I'm forced to stand there forever until I die. Even if I go 21 Savage at times, I'm like, damn, I miss the nigga. We got so much fucking history. I grew up with this nigga. I done did everything around this nigga. I know this nigga. This nigga knows everything personally, inside out. This is my brother. But you put me in a spot that I can't undo because I chose that for my morals. Children is off the fucking radar, 1000%. So even if my heart bleeds for you, I can't go past a certain point. I can't do it again because of what you did. He's probably watching this shit right now. Like, well, I thought time would heal me in ARP. I wish it could, but just certain things you have to stay with, whether it hurts or not. You can't let the bitch take all your money, fuck your best friend, and then because 3 years pass, you be like, damn, certain things you gotta say, it hurts. I might want that, but I have to keep it like this. Just my opinion. I don't want to be so alien like because the whole world just customizes itself. And it's once again, they don't move the goalposts. I move the goalposts sometimes too. I'm human. These niggas change sports, they change fields. And I don't understand how it's just me. I'm the square. I don't get it. Anyway, that's the Gunna piece. The tweet here, wham, you one of the realest young niggas out this shit. Admit Slime was moving the goalpost and we were standing behind him because we love him, my brother. The only way I could interpret this tweet is that Lil Baby still has been distant from Young Thug. And that could be if Lil Baby feels in his heart that Young Thug snitched, if that's what Lil Baby feels in his heart, then what he represents must make him stand away from Thug. But if over time Lil Baby finds justifications in it and feels like Thug didn't do what I stand against, then listen to 21 and y'all bring y'all shit back together. That's for Little Baby to decide, you know? That's for Little Baby to decide. But 21's on his patchwork here, and I respect that. I respect it, especially publicly. Let everybody talk about it. It creates blogs, it creates talk, it creates influence. Hell, some of these posts right here are even on TMZ, so he continues. 21 Quavo and Offset, y'all niggas tell the world I put y'all on group text and told y'all squash it before it even got far, nigga. If y'all was still together, y'all would be unstoppable. This is one I would have saved if I was 21. Because allegedly behind the scenes, they got some way more deep rooted shit, not just over a woman, right? Remember, they also lost their brother. That could have some finger pointing behind. I don't know. You just never know. They might. It just seems like their shit is deep rooted. I don't tweet about that, me personally. If I wanna try to intervene a little bit, I'll do that in private. Not this one right here. I'll leave that alone publicly for a tweet. I don't know about that one, 21. But once again, this ain't a come at 21 thing. I like what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But there's just some things in here I just like, ooh. Last year, I was the realest nigga for trying to stop Thug from exposing Gunna. Now I'm fake, LOL. So he's getting backlash and he's tweeting about it. Okay. We've been moving the goalpost because Atlanta grew up on hustling. All this violence got out of control. Shit break my heart to see my city this divided. He's growing up. I like this tweet. I'll leave that one. At QCP. I told you to your face you did wrong at the party, but I never bashed you on the internet because it would have made the city look bad because you was putting all the young niggas, I assume he meant to put the word on there, and that would fuck up the money. It's another bad tweet, 21. Do I need to be the sorriest true guy like across the entire internet? Y'all go ahead and boost this platform up so these motherfuckers hear us. That's another bad tweet, 21. Similar to my rant for the first one with Gunna. Like, you guys present this street reputation too much to tell me that in this tweet, you put the money over your morals. You are saying you told QCP to his face, allegedly, that he's a rat. You're saying I told you that you was wrong at the party, but yet I never outed you publicly because it would fuck up all these people's money that you're putting on. Isn't that kind of like what Young Thug said on that recorded call that came out and leaked? When he was talking about Lil Baby, he was like, and Lil Baby, no, he's not supposed to be doing that shit neither. Like, he know Q a whack, rap, blah, 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 blah. Wasn't that Young Thug's words? Fuck ARP's opinion. My bad if I make y'all actually remember y'all shit, what y'all say. That was what Young Thug was saying on a fucking leaked call. He was getting that Lil Baby for his relationship with Q. 21, what you mean you told him but the money, so blah, 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 blah. So you're purchasable then. Your morals are buyable. You get enough time that passes, people reveal themselves. And I like 21. This is not an anti-21 segment. I like 21. Shout out to 21. I respect 21. But even like the shit with Big Bang the other day when he did the whole like, if I tell on a dead person, I fuck it, I just be, like you're showing things that's like we never seen before. And it's just like you're stripping away some of what we thought you represented in your interviews and your tweets. And I guess the good thing is it's good to show who you are, but at the same time, when it's different from what we thought, there's always going to be some friction or some shit. not backlash, but contention like I'm doing right now, which is like, I didn't know that. I didn't know that about you. Okay. I'm gonna move on. But I'm gonna stay related. This is what I just pulled up. I'm gonna stay related. This is Al Bial. He's on his shit now. Mr. Gladiator. And I'll fuck with Al Bial if you know this, if y'all know this channel, if y'all know these streams, I'll fuck with Al Bial. But he puts up what, an Instagram story. So we saw 21 Savage propose to his, not 21 Savage, Young Thug proposed to his girl on stage the other night, right? That's dope. Go ahead, get yourself married, man. If she's been a down chick while you was in prison, you've been in love with her the whole time, she holds you down, she's a good woman, go ahead and propose to her. Shout out to you. But look at the caption that Al Bial puts out. If you're a rat and your bitch know, y'all Mickey and Minnie. Oh shit. Mr. Gladiator is, look at this shit. Somebody come look at this. He's recording from the screen the proposal, and he puts that caption. Now we brought it up here the other day. What did he say? He said on like his gram or something. He was just like, "Yo, y'all Atlanta niggas support each other so much, y'all condone or y'all harbor snitch," or something like that. He said, "No, the same energy y'all have for Gunna and Woody, keep for Thug." That's what he said. Al Bial has, from what we see in his music, his interviews, he's been through a lot. He's dealt with rats. He's fought murder cases. He's lost some of the closest people to him, like his brother. So the pain that is embedded in his life experiences, this is what I mean about there's just certain things that you can't change from. It's like it's supposed to be impossible for Al Bial to ever cooperate with police. It's supposed to be impossible for Al Bial to ever justify what he would deem snitching, ratting, or cooperating because of what he's been through. Same thing with Dirk. What does Dirk be saying? He said that on his interview with Academics. He was explaining his passionate hate towards rats. He was like, it tore my family apart to a degree. My father serving time because of a rat. I hate rats. So little, same as Al Bial, Little Dirk is one of those guys where it's just like, your life experiences, your morals that you present and that you've lived through thus far, it's impossible for you to sit in an interrogation room and talk for 2 hours, Dirk or Al Bial. You know what I'm saying? But the way that these guys stand and the morals and the principles that they have in their life experiences, they don't give a fuck who you are, no star, nothing like that. Al Bial, this is like the second time within 7 days we brought up him taking huge shots at Young Thug. And that's the thing. Like, you stand how you stand. And I also see it almost like applying pressure to surrounding street niggas. Just like, I'm out here saying, y'all are living my life. I'm out here. I'm the one that keep fighting these murder charges and all this type of shit. And I'm looking at y'all like y'all are similar to me. Like, y'all are gangsters just like me. But then I watch y'all do that. Oh, no, I'm calling it out. That's what I see in Al Bial. You know what I mean? Gladiator. Mr. Marion. All right, let's go to battle rap. Y'all cool so far? We good? Are we on point? Am I fucking up any of these takes where y'all feel like, nah, I'm tripping? Am I tripping? Jay is here. She says, nah, we're gonna cuss their ass out if they play with you. I appreciate you, Jay. Two Clean Johns is here. He sent out a gift at 8:04 a.m. 10 minutes ago. So hope somebody caught that. Thank you for the membership, homie. He just happens to have this default picture as we're getting into the battle rap topic. I can't make this shit up. We're live, people. We do this off the cuff. I'm a talented speaker. So speaking of easy, well, all right, whatever. All right, let's go. Up first, though, Shotgun Suge. Shotgun Suge. Shotgun Suge seems to have responded to Easer the Block Captain while he was up there cooking up some food, some chicken and all that. Now, Shotgun Suge, you've always been a heavy set guy, so we know you're supposed to know how to cook, nigga. If you put some bullshit on the table, on the dinner table, we're gonna scratch out like, you eat, you a heavy set. You mean you can't? That don't make no sense. How come you can't cook? Like, Shout out to Suge. Let's see what we talking about though.
You already know, but like I came here to tell y'all, I don't give a fuck about you battle rappers. I don't. The ones that I fuck with know who I fuck with. I rock with, like they know. But to the rest of you who think I be thinking about you, talking about you, I don't care. If anybody no bread, I really don't really. This is about money. It's cool for y'all to talk and do all these lives and say this, that, and third on niggas' events and everything. But then when somebody return the favor, oh, they hating. Nigga, you's the biggest hater. You've been hating, so niggas is returning it. And I was trying to say your name, but I think it's clear on who I'm talking about right now. Bro, you's the biggest hater, bro. All you do is hate. I've never seen a moment in your career where you wasn't hating on the next nigga. You plotting on niggas is hating. You having secret agendas is hating. Let me put this right here for me. You having secret agendas is hating, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had to hate on nobody, bro. I'm a fucking legend already. You know this. Whether I'm down or I'm not, I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm comfortable in my house, my humble abode. You hear what I'm saying? This is all me. You hear the echoes in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Come on, baby. It's Shotgun Suge, man. You already know. Get in tune with me.
That nigga said there's echoes in this motherfucker. Suge talking spicy. What you in that? You in that 13,000 square feet, Suge? Ooh, that nigga said you in the echoes in this bitch. I like it. I like it. Shout out to Suge. Suge is a whole legend out here. 100%. And that is a critique that Easy will always, he'll be behind the ball for. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very tough to just blame or call everybody haters when you have the history that you've had. You know, you've relished and you've had a lot of fun going at a lot of people and talking your shit on your platforms and doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can't be oblivious to that. But Suge, I'd like to say this. It's dope to see you blogging. I would love to see more content from Suge. As he said, he's a whole legend out here, which means he has a ton of battle rap experiences. I know you say, I got 3 critiques for you, Suge. 3 critiques because I want to see you win. Number 1, you say, man, I don't talk about nobody unless we go to blah, 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 blah. That's over. Can't be like that if you're about to be a blogger. Hitman just did the same thing. On one of his recent streams, he was just like, I used to never do this. I used to never say this. I used to only blah, blah, if I was doing a recap or something or a prediction or whatever. Other than I don't talk about you niggas. But now that I'm streaming, exactly. Because you have to talk about occurrences or the news or what's going on or people or your peers, you know, if you're going to be a blogger. Suge was talking about earlier in this shit. He's like, why should I be tweeting about this shit if I can just talk about this shit? I ain't making no money in my tweets. I can make some money on the content though. He's right. So that's my first critique. Okay. Number 2, turn the camera sideways for me, homie. You know what I'm saying? Put this shit in HD format. We don't want to see this shit. Let's get the full view. Fill up the whole window on YouTube. Let's get this channel moving, my guy. That's the second critique. The third critique that I have for you, and the final one, is stop starting every fucking blog saying, well, since I'm a blogger now, y'all, I'm blogging now. We know. You've said it 3 months ago. Okay? It's okay. You're Shotgun Suge. You're already accepted to be able to do whatever the fuck you want in here. You've earned that. So stop fucking giving us the disclaimer every time you cut the camera on. Now that I'm blogging, I just want y'all to know I'm blogging, y'all. The door's open. Walk through it. Go ahead, go. Can't nobody tell you what to and not. Ain't nobody gotta accept Suge blogging. Suge do what the fuck he want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from a whole league owner, one of the biggest platforms to come through the battle rap timeline that says, fuck that shit, man. I want to talk about Rampage Jackson's son today. You do what the fuck you want, Suge. Fuck these niggas talk about. All right. Let's go to Easy. Speaking of Easy, I don't have any footage to play of Easy today. I'm just going to leave this up here for the context. Okay. So Easy did a live yesterday. I'm caught up. I am caught up. I'm in the loop. And it seems pretty much like he was announcing, that's it. Cassidy battle is off. Okay. I saw a video even come out before that where Facts had like a thumbnail that said like canceled, and I think the title was like canceled, but I think it might have had a question mark in it. But me knowing that Easy and Facts is tapped in, which means that Facts is going to have access to behind the scenes information, um, that can come via Easy. Not saying that his blog was based on information that came direct, but I just know that they're accessible to each other like that. So when I see him put up a title like that, Facts also is an integrity based type of blogger, where I don't think he would want to step on Easy's possible battle if it was still underway with a title or thumbnail that said canceled, if it wasn't really about to be that. So I don't think it was ironic that Facts had a video that said canceled, and then Easy comes out 3 hours later and says canceled. I was, as soon as I saw Facts, I was just like, oh, it's over. Well, as per Easy. You know what I'm saying? Is come on, y'all put two and two together sometimes. It's no different than how Easy in this video right here try to use Jay Black. He is like, we're trying to make a point of Cassidy got paid because Jay Black said it in his video, and Jay Black is tapped in. I'm doing the same thing. I'm saying Facts is tapped in with you. You know what I'm saying? So I saw it coming. Very unfortunate. I think at this point we've done the most that we can from a promo standpoint. People, the engagement around this battle still happening even after the fallout has kept enough energy where it would have been successful, hopefully from a business standpoint, for all three parties involved. But now that people are saying cancel, that's where you start to make people get on the roller coaster. When people get on the roller coaster, you're gonna have some people that's just like, whatever. Or you see the one of those recent tweets that Piper Boy put up. I don't even want to say it publicly because I still got the league on the blood in me. But you see what he's saying? See that post that he put up on Twitter? So you put, when fans are on the roller coaster, and I'm not blaming Easy for it, whatever is going on. You start to have some fans just like, man, I don't give a fuck no more. Or it's just like, yo, if it happens, it happens. Or yeah, maybe I'll see. Or yo, you gotta hype this up again for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so once this comes out like this, like one of the main parties of the three is saying it's a wrap, even though he did also say, well, I did get a text, or maybe something could happen. Ain't nobody chasing, running, people that are invested in it. It's once again the roller coaster effect. People just don't want to go like this. Sooner or later, somebody gonna say, man, if you do it, you do it, man. You want me to fucking chase y'all niggas around? Like the fuck? Like we try. Everybody was invested, everybody gave it a lot of energy, everybody was here for it, but I don't know. I do expect at some point for TBL to speak out. I don't know if that would be a tweet. I don't know if that would be an interview. I saw somebody tweet the other day or yesterday. Somebody tweeted, TBL, it's time for an interview, and they put either ARP, 15 Minutes of Fame, or Jay Black. I say do all three, because you just got so much going on around you, and then you have promotions coming up. You have battles on the way that is going to be exciting for people, right? So I say the best time to promote is in the midst of controversy. Ask Easy to block Captain. That's what he's doing on his channel right now. That's the best time to promote or get extra clicks or more views, in the midst of controversy. So TBL, do as many platforms as you want. Promote, address your controversy, build up the fan trust in situations like this, speak your piece, let the fans say, hey, it's good that you're accessible, you know what I'm saying? And then start putting your next product out. I think you can still turn all of this into a win based on how battle rap really churns, okay? People's gonna act like, oh my God, you guys are all the devil right now. TBL, Easy, and Cassidy, all three of y'all could all die. And then 2 weeks from now, we'll be talking about something else, or an announcement will come out and everybody will be on that. Or, oh, TBL, you're the best league again. You know what I'm saying? We know how this shit go. So don't run from this. Embrace it and use it to your benefit. Cassidy's one of the most vocal people we've ever seen come through the space. So don't be shocked if he doesn't speak out. Okay. Don't be shocked if Cass pops up over here, right? Like, who would be shocked at that? We might have to, hey, Cass, man, let me get you in front of the fans and let's ask some questions. Why did this happen on your side? How many times did you disagree with the battle? How many times did you agree? Was there a conflict with Atlanta? Was there a conflict with this? Is Easy saying things that are incorrect? Is he saying things that are true? Um, Also, one of Easy's big narratives from this video is, I think Cassidy got paid. Now, if Cassidy wants to do the battle, hopefully having all your money doesn't change that. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? But Easy has created a narrative where people would ask the question then, and they would steer towards that. And Cassidy could drive his own narratives. Cassidy come out here and say, "No, I don't have all my money." So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Just because he believes that I didn't want to capitulate to certain terms doesn't mean that I have all my money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pressed for what you think is a huge back end. For me, sure, I would want the money. Anybody would want the money, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to do things that's out of bounds for me for it. If he says that, then it's just like tables turn. Like, oh, like I really just did it right there. Or if he says, I did get all my money. Yes. But motherfuckers kept trying to tell me that it was going to be a Tay Rock and Mook battle, and I'm not doing it, whether I got all my money or not. You never know. So this is all Easy is speaking out. So if we hear from the other two parties, then we get to have all the information, see the differences, and everybody walk away from this. That's it. Now, is the Twerk and the Easy battle still happening? Don't know. If it is, I'll tune in. If it's not, okay, fine, whatever. You know what? I'm so off it, then I'm not even gonna do this. I'm just gonna move on. Like, whatever, man. That's the battle rap topic today. That's it. Until further notice. All right. Let's start to segue into the title a little bit. But first, I want to bring up 50. You've been relevant as it pertains to Maino and the podcast lately. So 50 Cent puts this post up on his gram. What was this, yesterday? So Jim Wyatt over 200,000. Okay, cool. He may turn out to be a good tenant after all. Samuel, if you need me to make them pay, just give me a ring. I'm here. So this would be related to the post that he put up prior, calling them squatters and saying that he's interested in possibly putting up $250,000 to buy their building, or to, I guess, pull their rent, whatever, grab their lease or some shit like that. You can't just break the lease of current tenants unless you evict them. Like I can't just take money from 50 Cent and then evict. There's even an eviction process, and especially post-COVID, even in like the New York area, you know how hard it is to get people out. It takes months to get people out of your premises. But anyway, somebody like 50, he'll put his money to work and things will happen regardless. So he put that thread out there like, hey, I'm trying to buy that situation. These niggas got some money that they ain't pay. Now let's say hypothetically, let's say that this post is real, the caption is real. Would them niggas see that and be like, listen, man, we ain't playing about this fucking guy. We got a nice thing going on with this podcast. We up right now. We get some views in. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of rebirthing some of the energy around all of us, all four of us. We're in a content era. This is where we need to be anyway. Let's continue to migrate. Let's not pull an old man Ebro and get left behind. Let's migrate. This guy, he's got the 250. Would he? Sure he would. But he would do that shit. Let's go ahead and send over 200 grand. Let's everybody, put it up. What's 200 divided by 4 people? What is that? 50? Everybody give me 50 grand. Let's send it over right now. Let's stop all this shit. just in case. Because the last thing we 4 brands need is for the whole world to see that 50 just brought us out of our building after calling us squatters. That wouldn't be a good look at all. And so if this is a true caption, well, at least they put the money up. Why they didn't put it up before versus as soon as 50 sends a threat? That's a whole other conversation. Is he lying? Is he joking? Is he trolling? Don't know. But it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. All right, let's go to Maino. So Maino is also answering to this whole stuff around 50 Cent and him, their little back and forth and trolling. So it's just TMZ pulling up on him.
Maino, we have to ask you, I know 50's been saying, he's coming for everybody. Everybody has jokes, he's coming for everyone.
Right.
and he said that he wants to buy into your podcast. Take us through that. And I'm assuming that must have been kind of good press for you.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. Beefing with 50 is good business. Numbers is up, podcast is up, engagement is up. Beefing with 50, I wish I would have known this a long time ago. We could go a couple more rounds.
No way.
100%. Yeah.
Were you surprised to see that, or?
I mean, yeah, because it wasn't something that I was normally practicing. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't about having an issue with anybody. But since we got a podcast, let's rap about it. It's good for business. But he said he wanted to buy half the podcast. Now I'm saying if you want to buy half the podcast, I'm the person you need to see about that. I'm the guy you got to see about that.
I mean, do you think he was being like facetious, or was
he say he don't cap? He say he don't cap, so I should be receiving a phone call, right? Saying, yo, what's up with this podcast? Because I'm the guy. If you want to buy half the podcast, I mean, listen, I'm the guy.
Right. I mean, we just saw Joe and Jada. We just saw Breakfast Club on Netflix.
What did I just tell you? Beefing with 50, beefing with Curtis is good business.
Oh my goodness. I mean,
that's it.
Well, what do you think is next for you guys? Do you plan on having like an actual sit down with him? Possibly.
I'm not planning nothing in that area. I'm just going by based off of what was said.
Correct.
All right. So if we going by what is said, and the brothers is not capping, I'm saying okay, you can't buy it from nobody else but over here. So if you saying you making these bold statements, then my phone should be ringing. What's up? What we doing?
So, Maino, we have to ask you.
Good shit, Maino. Good shit. Great response. Maino's a cunning guy. He's smart. He's charismatic. Sharp, man. I like that response, man. That it couldn't have gotten any better because he throws some jokes in there. He keeps the understanding, like, no, we here for it, while also watering it down. Like, man, this is playing. Ain't nobody serious about this type of shit. But he throws out in jest some key things like ownership. Like, so you're gonna buy it, right? Well, how do you do that if we own it? How do you just buy it? If you're talking about buying the space doesn't own the brand or the podcast or the 4 people in it. We could just get another space. But if you actually are interested in the podcast as a brand, holla at me. This is all beneficial. Everybody's getting bought out. Breakfast Club on Netflix. Fat Joe and Jada just got a deal. Wallow and Gilly, they've been killing. Shit, we see the Joe Budden podcast, how much money they fucking make when Joe Budden accidentally leaked their deals and all that type of shit and their numbers, right? Shit, this is the space right here. Holla at me, 50. Shit. But there's also a key that Maino says in here that I ain't gonna lose track of, which is that early piece. Like, normally I wouldn't be in that area or arena, but since we got a podcast, I like to hold on to statements like that from people that have strong reputations, because it shows that when you're in the content space, you have to be. What did I say earlier? Like my little jokingly advice for Suge, and we saw Holla also do that recently. You have to talk about people. You don't capitulate to reverse psychology of like an easy to block captain saying like, you guys are talking about me at 7:00. It's my job to talk about you. The Stephen A. Smiths of the world ain't going nowhere. I don't give a fuck if you think you're LeBron or not. Say what the fuck I want. That is my job. You know what I mean? And you do it too. You don't do it that good, but you do it too. You know what I'm saying? So what was I watching or following Maino for the last 3 years? I can't tell you one song that he's put out in the last 3 years. I wouldn't go to any show of his musically, or concert. I haven't seen him in any movies or anything like, you know what I'm saying? Jim Jones. So I had a bunch going on over the last 3 years. Still does music, still does albums, still carries a lot of energy, still is controversial. How about Dave East? I don't got nothing for you for Dave East over the last three years. Me personally, I can't tell you no music. I fuck with him as a rapper. I'll catch clips of his freestyles or his songs here and there. I fuck with all these guys. Let's be clear. But I can't tell you nothing about what I was actively following or watching or engaged with that involved Dave East over the last 3 years. Fab I follow on the gram. because I'm into fashion. You know, this is my walk around the house podcast outfit. But when it comes to when it's finally time to go out or do something or have some fun or whatever, y'all should see my fucking closet. And I always said Fab is probably the best at putting that shit together. Plus, he's a fellow New Yorker, and his whole rap ability and his legacy in the world of hip hop. Let me follow the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I follow Rick Ross also for like motivation. Even though I know he talks a lot of bullshit, he's got it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's really got that. He got that bread, he got that money, he got that success, he got that multiple lanes of income and vast portfolio and shit. And he's entertaining. We'll follow the guy, man. Make sure I'm staying on my game. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So but what have I outside of that followed Fab for the last 3 years? I've seen his activity. He's doing his thing out there. But the point that I'm really making, hold on, it's getting too hot. Hold on. The point that I'm really making is almost for all four of these guys, the podcast has them possibly their most peak consistent visibility in front of a consuming fan base within a modern era of streaming that they have all four of them had within the last 3 years. And streaming didn't take off this year. Streaming was taken off 3 years ago too, you know? So I think that's very, very easy to see. And even the Mainos of the world are adapting. You see, he says like, well, since we have a podcast, we might as well talk about it. And shit, I normally wouldn't go back and forth with somebody over something that was frivolous just from how I grew up. But this is the podcast world, and this could be beneficial going back and forth with 50 Cent. We could make some more money, make some more views. Fuck it, let's do it. As long as we admit the truth, I'm cool. And that's what Maino just did. Jay says, East just dropped Karma 2. Jim's dropped or Jimmy dropped Jomo. Maino released Big Dog. Fab dropped freestyles here and there. Yes, I know it's a run-on sentence. Dope. I didn't check out Karma 2 from East. Jomo, I checked out and I spun a bunch of shit from that. You gotta show them who you are, remind them who you are. Matter of fact, he put out that single and wrote his album off of the Cam controversy of Cam saying that he ain't from Harlem, he from the Bronx. Is he a Harlem? Is he a Bronx nigga? Fuck all that. Tell me what's the problem, nigga. I'm a legend up in 2 boroughs. That shit, like, yeah. Now I'm in tune with Jim's projects. Maino, I couldn't tell you nothing about that Big Dog shit. Is it good? Didn't even hear about it. Didn't see it. Somebody tell me if it's good. I'll give it a spin. And Fab, I keep up with like his freestyles and shit. So shout out to all four of them. I'm just being real about, to me, what the podcast difference is over the last 3 years versus what I see from them, you know? But anyway, all right. Let's get now, since we just did the Maino and the 50 Cent and all that, let's get now into the title. Maino and Troy Ave finally face off after years of beef. Let's look at the actual video first. And this is why I say it's bugged out for this to come out now, because this took place at the Canelo versus Bud Crawford fight. Shit, I was there. This shit is so much mayhem, this mega fight. There's so many celebrities that were there other than what was on the Jumbotron. I didn't see none of these niggas, not because I had nosebleeds. Did y'all see on my gram where my seats were? I had amazing floor seats, me and my homie Ant. But it's just so much chaos, so many people. I didn't see none of these niggas. You know, go on my gram and look at the let out of this fucking fight. My hotel was probably 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away. But after the fight, it probably took me a little over 2 hours, 2.5 hours. You know, we're taking trains in between hotels. There's a lot of walking. There's certain things that are shut down because of the let out. You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't want that. I want the let out. Where's the let out? Hold on. Where's the let out video? Where's the let out video? Look at that shit. Look at that shit. It's insane. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. My homie Ant was mad while we was walking. He was just like, man, let's just sit in the arena, just let's sit here for 45 minutes and just hope that some of this shit clears out. I was like, nah, let's go get into the fray. I talked him into it, and we got outside. You got a pigeon walk through the shit, or penguin walk through it for miles, and he was mad at me. So he's like, I told you. I like, fuck it, man. We outside. Everybody wants to be outside. We outside. But Troy Ave and Maino was in the building. So this is what it looked like as they passed each other.
If you continue, do you feel like this is still the Canelo Alvarez that we've all known and loved for all these years? Or do you feel like something's changed? Are you still the fighter that you were?
No, I feel like if they start, he's a great fighter. And
okay, so you clearly see an exchange of words. You see even an acknowledgement of the baby. I'll guess maybe that's Troy Ave's newborn. It almost looks like Maino could have said something like, "Oh, little pretty baby, huh? Yeah, this is my little new one. Blah, blah, blah. Just had him 2 months ago." Small talk, There was a handshake at the end. See heads nodding, whatever. You didn't see any tension going on. You didn't see any almost nothing. No bad energy at all. And then, a handshake and then a walk off. That's it. I mean, if we didn't know about their history, we would just say, oh, look at this video of Troy Ave and Maino seeing each other. Celebrities running around or whatever out there. Cool. But we do know their history. So let's talk about how we feel about this. And let's go into some of the history first. Let's pull up this one. This is a chain reaction. And I saw somebody earlier put in the chat, Chaino. I remember the video when Maino brought Troy Ave's chain out on camera.
Because I bought something for you that I've been holding. I've been keeping it on ice for a long time. I'm going to show you what it is. I've been holding this because I figured at some point that I would have to put you back in your place. And it's cold. Troy Ave, brother.
We kept it on real ice.
Kept it on. I've been holding this for you. You remember this is your Jesus piece. This is the Jesus piece that you wore every single day. You got up, you went to video shoots with, you went to parties with this, you went to industry events, you did shows with this on, you took a lot of pictures with this on right here. Anybody that's watching this could find out that you could easily find pictures of the same chain around your neck, right? Please, because I bought something for you that I've been holding. I've been keeping it on ice.
Okay. We, of course, know where a lot of this also stemmed from, right? The shooting in New York at a New York venue involving Taxstone and Troy Ave and their peoples, right? A life was lost that night. Rest in peace to Banger. Also, Troy Ave was in and out of court for it. He went to trial for it. Taxstone is in prison to this day, serving time behind the situation.
And that name or taking away his other name.
Why do you call him Chaino though? What's the origin behind that?
There's a documentary. Just type in Chaino Maino, and you see the documentary of Chaino. And it's a nigga. His name is Chaino. Chaino. That's literally his name. He even posted on his social media, and he wrote Chaino.
Right.
Try to embrace it. It's a 50-year-old man we talking about here.
Right.
Doing monkey running around hating.
So what is it? Why he has beef with you, man? Like
these niggas don't have no. I can't beef with niggas who got shower curtains. Ooh, we not the same. Damn. Can't beef with niggas with high car payments and rented Bentleys. I own Lamborghinis. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. We not the same. Damn, I got 7 bathrooms. It's not beef.
Damn.
They're howling at the moon. They got a problem with me. I don't think about them. I've never said anything. It's just me reacting to. Oh, okay, y'all said this. Here's a reaction to y'all actions. This ain't beef. These are little niggas.
I feel you.
Give him that name. I'll take it.
The shower curtains one is that's a hit. But let me stay on point. All right, let's go to Maino here with Vlad.
If he had just had a knife, or if he just knuckled up.
But if he would have had nothing, and then they would have got what they were looking for, which in my opinion was a world star moment, bragging rights. I get it. I understand. You see a nigga that you got to issue it. You want to address it. I get that. But don't cry about it later. You know what you was on.
Yeah, I mean he's in jail right now.
Right, but you know what you was on.
Yeah, I know exactly what you was on.
Don't
me and Troy are never gonna be cool.
No, it's not.
And I'm fine with that.
Right, but I'm saying don't play victim later. That's all I'm saying. Like, you know what you was on. You understand the situation, and you understand that, you know, your friend died because of your actions.
Exactly. And it killed me. It killed me when I found out what Taxstone got, because me and him had been talking the whole time. Me and his lawyer were talking. Taxstone wanted to do an interview as his trial was starting, and I said, I'm not going to do it.
Interesting. All right, let's do one more. Let's do Maino on his show with Angela Yee.
You know, Taxstone was there to try to look for a problem. Taxstone was actually there. That man was there chilling. You know, these other dudes came in there looking for a problem. These other dudes came in there with that energy, looking to try to have a moment, and the moment just didn't go their way. You know, I just in disagreement with the whole narrative of becoming a victim after you tried to be an aggressor.
I got more real gold on the tip of my shoelaces than you niggas got on any of them bogus ass chains you wear. It's a common theme. Fellow rappers always got something to say about Troy Ave, especially the New York niggas. You niggas, Maino got a lot to say. I'm adjusting on the fact that I don't think it's personal yet, except for the personal fact that niggas shot his bitch. And he's seen a lot, but how he seen so much when he ran the fuck about it? He had no shoes on. He ran it by his shoes. How'd you feel like? Okay, cool.
You know, Taxstone was there to try to look for a problem.
Nigga said, I don't think it's personal other than the fact that nigga shot his bitch. Okay. Let's build a little bit. The three pieces. How about, let me start here. Let me ask y'all this. Is this real beef, people? Do y'all think that despite the video of them crossing paths at the fight and the way that interaction looked, did they ever have, I'll wait for this one. Did they ever have real beef to y'all? Go ahead, chat. Did Maino and Troy Ave ever have real beef? Yes or no? Yes or no? Steve says, nah. Okay. I see some mixed comments and some mixed topics in the chat. Smoke says no. Tay says, I don't think so. Should I just stop with that 3? I'll stop with that 3. The first 3 that came said no. They never had real beef. Okay. Now let me contest all 3 of y'all homies. 1, a chain involved. How do people in the hood and the hip hop industry move about their chain? Chains, if they get stolen, it's almost like your reputation is over. You're supposed to die over your chain in the hip hop world. Okay, we just saw Bobby Shmurda get into a fight in Minnesota, right? And his medallion being missing became a big story. How about the Young Berg story of his transformer chain taking a tour, landing in the hands of even people like Trick and his family and shit, right? If you lose your chain in the world of hip hop, it is a big fucking deal. What was that old school Pap freestyle? Well, he was talking about the old pharaohs or whatever, and you know, even the kings wore gold. If we don't cherish that, what the fuck we gonna cherish? If you're a bird, pluck his feathers, meaning that gold in the hood should be reserved for the kings, of metaphorically speaking, of the hood. If you just a bird walking around all flashy, whatever, somebody should pluck your feathers. That was, remember that? No, y'all don't go back to the mixtape era like I do. It's all good. I got y'all. The chain thing is real, which is why Maino even did that. He said, yo, I've been waiting for me to have a back and forth. I've been keeping this on ice. And then on camera, when he's like in his full-blown fuck you, Troy Ave moment, when we're going back and forth, he pulls out his chain and says, I got your chain. And there's even documentaries like Troy Ave said that he put together of Maino wearing the chain. Trying to be in videos and all types of shit, right? Jay here says, Stack Bundles, rest in peace, died over his chain. Clifton here says, taking a chain used to be like someone doing something to your mama. Oh, Tate, he's with me now. He's like, I put now early. Oh, damn, I forgot that piece. Hey, you got it. This is why I love y'all, man. Okay? And I'm only still on one. I got a total of 3. That's just one. That's just one. That's just one. The second one. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man. You get somebody like Whack 100, he'll do interviews pretty much saying, we understand the streets. If you call somebody a snitch without the paperwork, whatever, it could be a deadly situation. That's how the streets, they have those type of rules, right? Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, if that's the reason why that guy Shitty Cuz did that. Maino, on many, many occasions, was calling Troy a snitch, a rat. And on the Vlad one, he kept it a little politically correct, saying things like, you know, you came there for one thing. You trying to get a world star moment. He said the world star. It didn't go your way, and then later on you played victim. Well, you know what the victim is, right? It's the pointing and the telling. This is around the whole time where Troy Ave was pushing the narrative and pushing the streets are dead, the streets are a myth. And then he was putting out songs where it was just like, fuck y'all, I won. Meaning whatever happened in that room happened in that room, and then I beat the case. I won. I'm free. Is what Troy Ave did wrong by street code? Absolutely. He cooperated. He said by street code, but he pushed the whole thing. Like, to me, it's not even cooperation, because I think the streets are a myth, and this shit is all meant to just get us all up out of here. I'm not playing by these codes anymore, because nobody, when it's really time to go down, upholds the same morals, principles, or hold you down like me, which is why he was campaigning. Look at all the people that abandoned me while I was in that fucking room. So that was his narrative of why he did what he did. If you go to 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine has a narrative. 6ix9ine is just like, they betrayed me. Similar to Troy Ave. They betrayed me. You know, one's trying to sleep with my baby mama, the other one, yeah, I'm telling on them niggas. Right? So that's 2. You call a person a snitch in certain places is deadly. Okay, so you got the chain and the snitch. Number 3, if y'all didn't see it coming, he clearly just said it. He said, I don't think it's personal, but aside for your bitch got shot. Did y'all forget that Maino's girlfriend, whether he's still with the woman or not, got shot in the fray? Got shot in the fray. His girl. Bloodshed. Chain snatching. Calling me a snitch. Was it real beef? How about what y'all want to say now? I want to say no? Go ahead. Say it. Say it. Say it, chat. Say it. Say no. Now that we've established that they had real beef. And let me also say this too, because niggas could engage in things that's supposed to be real beef, right? But it could be from lame niggas. Okay? It could be from lame niggas where it's just like y'all beefing on the internet, but in person you're not. I don't put that on Troy Ave and Maino. Call Troy Ave what you want. He busts his gun. I'm just saying. Call Troy Ave what you want. There's also there's deadly snitches. There's snitches that stand on shit. There's what he did wrong by street code. But at the end of the day, that man showed the courage of, we saw the footage of him in there. Boom, boom, boom. A lot of niggas wouldn't get down like that in that moment. A lot of niggas, where's the exit? I'm that direction. That nigga was ducking shots and letting it go. Let's call a spade a spade. Hate the man or not, let's call a spade a spade. That man let that shit go. And Maino, he's got the reputation that he's got, slapping niggas and whatnot in his younger years, and putting hands on people and whatnot, and chasing little C's down the street of shit. I don't mean to be like this. It's just I'm the reference king. I apologize. I don't really mean to be like this. I mean no disrespect. I'm just making it hard to evade my points. So these are 2 guys that's official as far as being active. So when they have people or loved ones that get shot, when one of them gets their chain snatched and then it's dangled on camera in front of the other one, or if one of them gets called a snitch, I do believe that you guys are engaged in real beef, 100%. Now, what I feel about them actually crossing paths and how that interaction went. If you guys thought I was leading up to something different, I got to go a different direction here. This is a big example of how much time can heal. Huge example. These guys have countless interviews. Troy Ave had a podcast at one point. He did documentaries on Maino, all types of shit. So much time has passed. Maino is in his 50s. He's like 52 years old. Troy Ave got to be at least bare minimum 37, 38, 39, maybe in his 40s, fall out. Fuck it. Let's see if we can find it real quick. How old is Troy Ave? Let's see if we can find it. Troy Ave is 40 years old. Thank you for helping me prove my point even more. Troy Ave is 40. Maino is 52. Troy Ave his whole career has been claiming he been getting money. Maino's doing okay for himself now, it seems. And he's moving up. Got a situation going on that's building. Hell, you see what I said about the last 3 years. Like, I don't really know or following or see too much around Maino from an industry level. The Angela Lee podcast, though. Yeah, I'll say that. But this seems to be, from a notoriety standpoint, a peak right now in one of his career segments. You know, and Maino is a guy, off topic slightly. I put him in a bracket where I respect him musically, but I checked for him more outside of music, if you guys know what I mean. You know, there's just certain characters and personalities where it's just like, I get it, you're a rapper, but you got this thing about being on camera where you're entertaining, you're controversial, you're charismatic. You know, Maino, he had like a TV series or something like that at one point, right? With a camera following him around. I always thought that he was better as a on-camera personality than he was as a rapper. You know, I think Joe Budden is one of the best rappers in the world, but fans gravitate to him more for his takes. That's just how it goes. All right. He's making way more money as a podcaster than he is as a rapper. Joe Budden. Same thing for Gilly. Gilly's a very good rapper. Wasn't nobody buying that shit. They should have been. I was supporting all his mixtapes and shit. He's really good, but you become this multi-millionaire pulling up on Wallow with brand new cars every other month and for buying each other Ferraris as birthday gifts and shit. In what space? Content. Maino fits that to me. Maino fits that to me. Okay. So you take these guys' success, you take these guys' age, you take the time that's between, and all that drama, even of bloodshed, snitching, or chain snatching, you guys was actually able to, for the first time that you've seen each other, not just ignore each other or not have no drama, but even shake hands in a split second. It was real beef. This is what time and success does. I don't need to be on this shit with this nigga no more. That's what it does, and that's a good thing. I want to add one more piece here. We all see that baby in Troy Ave's hands. If Maino would have even flinched Troy Ave, I would have never supported a single thing that he did for the rest of his career. If he would have even flinched Troy Ave, if he would have bucked up his face, if he would have pushed been aggressive, anything. Now I get it. Not everybody follows these fucking rules. There's a couple of niggas that shot at Omar and his grandma on a peaceful Sunday. Reference King. You know what I'm saying? But we also got that classic, what was it, Chicago or something? That video I brought up even a couple weeks ago. The dude's driving down the block, slowed up, caught the op right there. He's sitting there walking with his daughter holding hands. They say, you see, we got you. See that? If you wasn't with this little girl, I'd do that to you right now. See that? We got you right here. Look, we got you. You know? The stories of, like, let's say, The Game in Fox Hills Mall. He wasn't allegedly given that pass by Rosemo 600 and what's the name? The other gang member, the light-skinned nigga that was with him. He said initially they was trying to give Game a pass, but then they said Game revved up. Like, pass, what you mean pass? And Bosco or Roscoe, whatever, Bosco 100, not Bosco 100, Rosemo 600. Rosemo 600 allegedly knocked Game out. Sleep, knocked out. Said ambulances came and all types of shit. And I mean, he lost his life later on. It could have been something totally unrelated. And then they even arrested Bosco for that shit. But I think Bosco, that was proven like he wasn't the one that was involved in that. But I remember all of that shit. But point being, you know, doing something when there's kids there. Some people don't even just live by the kid rule. They live by the woman rule. You know, Max B, I'm such the reference king. Max B allegedly got that pass from Jewels and some of the Dipset niggas that caught him like in a clothing store or something like that. Their story, let them tell it, was they caught Max B, and Max B was like, yo, you're going to do this here in front of my lady? I'll give you another one. Didn't they say that that's what happened with Whack 100? Was that the night that he jumped off stage with Kanye and they caught up with him in the parking lot? Yo, Big George, I got my lady with me. Right? Allegedly. These is all gang members I'm talking about, or street niggas, or tough niggas that I'm talking about. But we hear these situations given these type of passes, and I don't think Maino gave Troy Ave a pass. His mannerisms wasn't a pass. You want to know why he didn't give Troy Ave a pass? Because he shook his fucking hand. Did them niggas that pulled up alongside that guy with his daughter, did they say, we're going to shake your hand, but I'll kill you later? No. If it's like, yo, we on that, but because the kid or the woman or your girl is here, I'm gonna give you a pass. You don't shake hands. So I want to close out the point of, if Maino would have bucked up at all with a fucking infant, I would have lost all respect for him. So I love that he did what he did, but it wasn't about a pass. It was about the amount of time that passed. And the fact that, yo, I ain't on that no more, because they shook hands. All right, there you have it. Oh yeah, this was the last one from Jay, letting us know about some of their recent drops. Appreciate you, love. Y'all fucking with that? Nah, it's cool, man. There's some hands that I know I don't never want to shake, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all with me though? Y'all fuck with that take? Plus they're in Vegas. But once again, that doesn't mean you gotta shake hands. You know what I'm saying? That miss me. You could ice grill. You could say like, yo, I'll see you later. It could be that. And they shook hands. You know what I'm saying? I think Maino has more sense than that. Yeah, I think he does too. I'm totally fine with what happened. I appreciate and respect what happened. Can't act crazy in Vegas. I don't think it was Vegas though. Once again, they shook hands. And the whole moment was just, it had no tense energy, no nothing, no bucking up, no faces, no. Puts his hand on his shoulder, leans in, the way he's talking. What Troy Ave is hearing is obviously not edgy. Yeah, they shaking hand. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these motherfuckers said the words that we exchanged was, yeah, man, you know, glad to see you doing your thing still. You know what I mean? Keep banging. Have a good one. Like damn near a level of endearment. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, one thing that I want to leave alone in that same post on Troy Ave, and y'all could go check it out if you want. You know, in the caption, he gives this whole thing about bumped into Chano. He's called him Chano. It's just like, Troy Ave, why would you do that? Why would you call him Chano in the midst of this? He's like halfway saying it ain't over nothing and we good, but at the same time dissing Maino. And it's just like, Troy Ave has always had a little oddness to him. So if you're Maino, you see that caption, you just say, that's Troy, man. Like, it's cool. I know we don't got no energy now. We didn't see each other, shook hands. He still had to call me Chano in his caption. It's all good, man. You got it, man. Go ahead. I'm cool. You know? So, all right. 9 o'clock, 90 minutes in. Fun stream today. Appreciate y'all for hanging around during some of those takes. Keep an eye out. I'm looking for TBL right now. I got the bat signal in the air also for Cassidy. I got the bat signal in the air for Easy. I got the bat signal in the air for Twerk. I'm just talking about all these moving pieces around these battles, even though I'm just like, you know, I'm not chasing the shit, but I'm just interested to see if some of these other pieces now are going to speak out the way Easy has been. So that's on the battle rap side. As far as the rest of the news, man, we'll chime in tomorrow, man. You know, we'll see if we'll be back tonight, but if not, I'll see you in the morning. Sorry, it's true.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions my first fetish. The verse cherish is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry It's True podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.